Hello everyone, White Mage Serenia here, coming to you with a bit of a brief update, and, well, as you can see, you see me! Yeah, you're seeing me! Good old White Mage Serenia in the flesh, and other things. So on a whim, I decided I wanted to look for a webcam. And my friend NeonDemon actually helped me find one. It's the, what is it? The HP HD3110. We got it off eBay for like 10 bucks. So you can't really go wrong with that, I don't think. And why is the frame rate looking so much better now? In every other test I did, it was like jittery, like tick, 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 you know. But it's working pretty fine now by the looks of it. It's got like autofocus, it's got auto zoom. It's pretty freaking cool. But now, I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while now, and I'm not sure why. So, what I have here in my hand, it's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling deck. Yes. And I've been wanting to show it off for a while, but I never really had the gumption to do so, I guess. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't think it's that strong. It's got a lot of old school cards, and I'll be honest, I don't play tournaments, and I haven't been in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament for, like, years. The last one I was in was at a local comic shop at Page 3 in Pikeville, back in 2005, I think. And I placed, like, what? I think it was between 5th and 7th out of, like, 40 or 50 people there. So I think I did okay. But I've recently modified this deck a little bit. Well, not really modified, but more so ban list appropriated it or whatever. Anyway. What I want to show you is my deck. So for starters, I have 3 Dark Magicians. Let me zoom, like, I got the Dark Magician. Let me let it focus for you. There you go. See, Dark Magician. Got 3 of him. He's actually like my favorite like monster. I don't know why. Let's see, there's 2 more. See, 2 Dark Magicians. This one here is actually from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collector's 10. The Dark Magician 10. And then this one's the Legend of Blue Eyes one. See, as you can probably see right, where's it at? Yeah, right there. Let's see, LOB005. And so, for starters, like I said, 3 Dark Magicians. Then I've got Magician of Black Chaos. This one actually was given to me by Dreamer recently. So, there's that. Then I've got the Dark Magician Girl. This one's actually from the Dark Magician Girl 10 as well, the Collector's 10. See? Collector's 10 too. And then I've got 2 Skilled Dark Magicians. I actually had 3, but I took one out recently. See, Skilled Dark Magician. He's pretty good, too. Let me set one down here and let the camera focus in on the other one here. I'm probably going to put this deck list down in the bottom of the description as well, so there you go. You'll have to forgive me. It's a little hard to keep my hand steady sometimes. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to give you guys, like, motion sickness. Let me drop back. Anyway, it's pretty much each time you or your opponent activates 1 spell card, put 1 spell counter on this card of a maximum of 3. By attributing this card with 3 spell counters on it, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So that's pretty neat. And he's 1900, so he's a pretty good level 4. Then I've got Tsukuyomi. I got 1 of her. She's pretty interesting. She can be used on you or your opponent, and she returns to your hand every round. And when she's summoned, she can flip 1 monster face down. It's pretty good. It can be used to recharge your flip effects or to get over a monster you don't like, if their defense is kind of low. And then I've got 2 Breaker the Magical Warriors. When he's normal summoned, he gets a spell token, which raises his attack by 300, and then he can pop that token to blow up 1, back row. So that's kind of cool. Then I've got 2 Gravekeeper's Guards. 1900 Defender. When he's flipped, he returns 1 monster to the opponent's hand. So that's pretty nifty. I like him. And then, of course, I've got 2 Gravekeeper's Guards. Not Gravekeeper's Guards, but Kycoo the Ghost Destroyer. He's level 4 spellcaster, 1800 attack. Each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can remove from play from up to 2 monsters in either player's from your opponent's graveyard. Excuse me. As long as this card remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot remove from play any cards in either graveyard. So that's a pretty good spellcaster. And then I've got Amazoness Swordswoman. I've got a bit of a funny story to tell you about her. And that's part of the reason why she's in my deck, actually. She's got a really nasty effect. Whenever you take battle damage involving this card, instead of taking it yourself, your opponent takes it. So, like, if you attack, say, a Giant Soldier of Stone in defense mode with 2,000 defense, your opponent will take the 500 damage instead of you. So, she can be pretty neat, you know, pretty mean. So I've got her in my deck for that reason. And then I've got 2 King of the Swamps. Reason being, because you can use 1 to search out polymerization, 1 for, like, the substitute material. You know, and plus, like, if you have it come into a scenario where you already have polymerization in your hand and, like, one of these, you don't need to use its effect, and then you can just toss it out as a defender, so that's why I'm running 2 of these. And then I've got some deck thin here. I've got 3 Apprentice Magicians. It's a pretty good little card there. It's effectively, whenever it gets destroyed by battle, I get to special summon 1 level 2 or lower spellcaster in face down defense mode. So it's pretty good for, like, deck thinning and defense and things like that. Also, it's a level 2 spellcaster, so, you know, it can be used for other cards. Now, this is not, like, I'm still waiting on a couple of cards. I ordered, like, 4 on Amazon the other day, and I haven't gotten my 2 of my other cards. Here's Penguin Soldier. Yeah, I like Penguin Soldier. He's got a pretty good little flip effect. When he's flipped face up, you can return up to 2 monsters on either player's field back to their hand. So he can be used for a pretty good loop. Then I've got White Magician Pikeru. Come on, I'm a white mage. Why wouldn't I have a white mage on my deck, right? White Magician Pikeru. As long as this card remains face up on the field, I get 400 life points per monster I control per standby phase. So that's pretty nifty. And then I've got 2 Old Vindictive Magicians. Basically, it's Spellcaster's version of Man-Eater Bug. And if you don't remember, 450 attack, 600 defense, and when she's flipped, you destroy 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. It's pretty nice. And then, of course, I've got Relinquished. Yeah, my camera does not like this text, and you can pretty much see why. It is tiny as hell. Let me try to get it to autofocus here. Oh, sorry about that glare there. It's the LED on the camera. There we go. Starting to focus in now. Anyway, it's you can ritual summon this card with Black Illusion Ritual. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card. You can only equip 1 monster at a time to this card with this effect. This card's attack and defense become equal to that equipped monster's. If this card would be destroyed by battle, destroy that equipped monster instead. While equipped with that monster, any battle damage you take from battles involving this card is inflicted equal to your opponent, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm running 2 Contract of the Abyss, because, you know, generic rituals, I can use 1 for Magician of Black Chaos or Relinquished. That way I don't get trolled by having, like, say, Magician of Black Chaos, but then Black Illusion Ritual, or vice versa. You know, so I'm running the generic one for that. 2 Magical Dimensions, pretty nice. If you have a face-up spellcaster, you can quick play it, tribute the spellcaster, special summon 1 that can be special summoned from your hand, and destroy a monster on the field. It's, you know, it's pretty nice. And the trusty, somewhat dusty, Swords of Revealing Light. It's classic enough, I'm sure by now everyone knows what it does. You know, prevents your opponent from attacking for 3 turns, so there's that. And then, of course, I got Magical Mallet. You know, send any number of cards back to your deck and draw the same number back. So, Lightning Vortex. Discard 1 card to blow up all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field. As mentioned before, Polymerization. And then I've got a classic, Monster Reborn. You know. This card I'm going to be eventually taking out in favor of Mirror Force, because I've got Mirror Force was actually one of the cards I ordered recently. So I'll be taking this card out for Mirror Force. This is Nobleman of Crossout. Effectively, you target a face-down monster, banish it, and if it's a flip effect, both players will banish the same number of, you know, every card with that same name from their deck. So that's pretty mean. Dark Hole, yet another classic. Just blows up the entire field of all monsters. Pretty nice. Book of Moon, pretty much see Tsukuyomi. You know, you target 1 monster on the field, you flip it face down. It can be used to help negate your opponent's attacks or recharge your flip effects and whatnot. Then, of course, I've got this, Dark Magic attack. It's effectively Harpy's Feather Duster if you have Dark Magician on the field. It blows up your entire, your opponent's entire back row. Of course, the cost is having a Dark Magician on the field, which is not always easy to do. And this card right here has pulled me through many a tight spot. It's the Wave Motion Cannon. So, as I said, I don't really play at a tournament level because I don't really have... I don't play by the meta, I guess you could say, but I don't really have a theme either. I just like spellcasters. But, I've got Pot of Avarice to get your flip effects back, other monsters back out of your graveyard and just draw 2 cards. So that's pretty nifty. Heavy Storm, self-explanatory. Dark Hole for spell cards, essentially. It blows up the field of both players' back row. And then I've got Mist Body. I can use this on my Amazoness Swordswoman to prevent her from being destroyed by battle. I can use it on pretty much any card. You equip it and they can't be destroyed by battle at that point. So I like that. MST. Gotta have MST. You target one, face one spell or trap on the field and you just blow it up. The Sage's Stone. This card allows me to special summon Dark Magician if I have Dark Magician Girl on the field. So, there's that. Alright, then I have Messenger of Peace. You pay 100 life points per turn, but monsters with 1600 or higher attack cannot attack. So it's a pretty good little stall card to help get out the cards you need, and things of that nature. And then I've got 2 Magical Cylinders. You target one attacking monster on your opponent's side of the field, you negate the attack, and then make them take damage equal to that monster's attack. So that's pretty nifty. I got Call of the Haunted. You trigger it and you special summon one monster out of your grave. Then I got Wabaku. All battle damage you take is reduced to 0 and your monsters can't be destroyed as a result of battle. And then, of course, I have Magician Circle. Magician Circle is whenever a spellcaster type declares an attack, I can special summon a spellcaster with 2,000 or less attack. Both players can special summon. I think is it can or must? Yeah, each player special summons. So, yeah. So there's that. And as I said, I'll be taking out Nobleman of the Cross out in favor of Mirror Force soon. And then now for my extra deck. This is not my complete extra deck. I'm still waiting on one card. Because I ordered a couple of them online. Dreamer got me this card when he was in. He got it from page 3. This is why I have Polymerization. My Dark Paladin. I like this card a lot. He is so cool because he's got 2,900 base attack. He gets 500 attack for every dragon in either player's graveyard or field. And he's a built-in magic jammer. In other words, whenever a spell card is activated, I can discard a card and negate it. So that's pretty damn cool. Dark Paladin's nice. And then I ordered, I got an XYZ monster, Exceed, I guess people will call him. Alchemic Magician. You got to overlay, 3 level 4 spellcasters. She's got a nifty effect. She gets 200 attack for every spell card in my grave, and I can detach one of her materials and discard a card from my hand to automatically set one spell card from my deck. So there's, that's pretty nifty. And then I've got Gachi Gantetsu. I ordered him rather recently as well. He's, He's 500 by 1800. You need 2 level 2 monsters to overlay for him. And then he powers up all monsters on the field, on your side of the field, by the way, by 200 for each XYZ material. And if he's going to be destroyed, you can detach a material to save him. So that's pretty cool. Shining Elf is the other card that I'm actually waiting on. So there's that. And I would show you guys my side deck, but it's just basically a bunch of random cards thrown together. There's not really a side deck, Well, I suppose I could show it off. Maybe. Nah. I guess, well, sure, why not? Dark Eradicator Warlock. Like I said, just random. You contribute 1 Dark Magician to special summon him. And as long as he's face up on the field, anytime a normal spell card is activated by aged player, the opponent will take 1,000 damage. Mage Power, increase the equipped monster by 500 for every spell and trap on your side of the field. Dark Creator, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be first special summoned by having 5 or more dark monsters in your grave while you control no monsters. Once per turn you can banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard to target 1 dark monster in your graveyard to special summon. So He's got kind of like that. Royal Decree. I don't run a lot of traps, so it's just kind of there as protection. It's in my side deck, though, because I don't like using it. Diffusion Wave Motion's pretty nifty, but its effect is so limited it's hard to use, because you can only use it on a level 7 or higher spellcaster. But what it does is you pay 1,000 life points. You can you're that one level 7 spellcaster. It's the only thing that can attack, but it can attack all your opponent's monsters, and their effects do not activate. So there's that. A second Magician Circle. Give and take. Let's see. Special summon one monster from your graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense mode, and increase the level of one monster you control by the level of the special summon monster until the end phase. I figure with this, it's, you know, like, if, let's say, I need to get an Apprentice Magician search, but all my Apprentice Magicians are in the graveyard, I can trigger this, send them Apprentice Magician, and just attack over it, and, you know, pretty simple stuff. And then, a third Magical Dimension. Enemy Controller. I wanted to fit this in my deck, but I really couldn't figure out how to without hurting the, you know, integrity or whatever. Then I've got Skilled Dark Magician, a third one. Spell Shield Type 8. Let's see. Select and activate one of the following effects. Negate the activation of the effect of a spell card that targets one monster on the field and destroy that, or send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation. So it's basically Magic Jammer +1, effectively. Sorcerer of Dark... Whoa, crap. Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Mystic Plasma Zone. It's a field spell. Increases all dark monsters by 500 while lowering attack by 5, but lowers their defense by 4. Sorcerer of Dark Magic, by the way, negates all trap cards, so that's pretty nice. And these two cards can be used in a combo. So DNA Surgery and Insect Barrier. Of course, you can change them all to insects. Insect Barrier will prevent all attacks. Or, in the case of Dark Paladin, you can use it to turn everything to dragons and make your Dark Paladin super beastly. So, you know, that's that. That's my dueling deck currently, guys. I hope you guys liked it. And this video certainly went on a lot longer than I expected it would. I mean, like, wow, you know. Also, card sleeves. That's what my card sleeves look like right now. I got these the other day. I haven't switched to them yet, though, but I like them. It's the Seal of Orichalcos one. I like those. But yeah, this video has already gone on longer than I intended, but I hope you guys find it, you know, hope you guys enjoy it and whatnot, and hope the quality on this webcam is pretty good. Like I said, I got this thing for 10 bucks. I'm pretty impressed. But guys, that's all I really wanted to say for now. Like I said, I don't really play at a tournament level, so sorry if my deck's not like the greatest. It's just something I threw together years ago. I mean, I busted my butt trying to build this thing and balance it out and stuff with the cards that I had, so it's an old school deck from like 2006 that was pretty strong back then, not so much now, especially with the, you know, meta being like Swarm and stuff. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys now. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. Legend, I should have a bit more Legend of Dragoon coming at you soon. Tomorrow or Monday, actually, yeah, tomorrow, I might be going to a TNA event with a few friends, just to hang out with them. A friend got like free tickets and whatnot. But other than that, Monday I should have another episode of Legend of Dragoon out. This one's going to be like a side episode. It's going to be the entire Tower of Vel Web, you know, the Dead Dragoon side quest. That one's going to be like an hour long. Sorry about that. But yeah, I figured I just wanted to go ahead and get that side quest out of the way and things like that. But hey, if you guys stuck with me all this entire 18 minutes, awesome. I don't see why you would, but there you go. That was my entire dueling deck, and hope you guys liked it. Tell me what you think. I know it's not the greatest, but I certainly put a lot of effort into it and things like that. But anyway, guys, see you again soon. Thanks you so much for watching. This has been White Mage Serenia, signing off. Have a good day, guys.